I am from packaging development. Probably I should say that I may be an alien in this conference because this is for a print business. Everything is printing, but I want to talk about packaging. And packaging and printing are synonymous in some way. So packaging has started initially as a simple containment, unitization, protection, and a bit of communication to the end user. But there are many standard definitions of packaging, but I saw this about 15 years back. I read it. Then I was thinking, what such a big definition for packaging. But now, in this journey of 15 years, I thought that today we are standing exactly precisely about this. So what is this talking packaging? It is a coordinated packaging system. It starts from the planning, preparing goods for safe, secure, efficient and effective handling, transport, distribution, storage, retailing, consumption, recovery, reuse, disposal and related information. Finally, combined with consumer value, we are talking about value addition, sales and hence profit. So it is a coordinated system. Then this stands a right definition in today's terms and maybe another 1 or 2 decades that are to come. So what we have seen in packaging, I think you would have seen, especially in consumer goods, a simple sweet box. I am afraid to carry it because it is a brown recycled paper box with a colorful paper, and the color will come onto your hands. If you touch your cloth, the color is to come. From those days, we have seen today a sweet box by a local sweet manufacturer printed on CyberExcel board with multicolor and most beautiful, hygienic, more than beautiful, it is hygienic. So the packaging has been evolving in years together, and now the digital technology has come, 3D technology has come, 3D printing has come, and we don't know the future in the next 5 years what printing used to be. So this is just a brief of what is the packaging materials in India, the scenario. I just want to add, these numbers are not just as a part of statistics to do this. This number shows that the future of packaging, especially paper and paperboard packaging, is increasing. It is very optimistic and it is very encouraging. So I just want to put these figures to convey to you that I think you also know that there is a very bright future. If you see, the packaging consumption in India increased from 4.3 kgs to almost 14 kgs in 10 years. And it will increase further. Mainly the reason is the young generation and the affordability. Technology doesn't bring the progress unless otherwise it is affordable. So today the income levels are very good, the awareness is there in the consumer, and mainly the affordability is there. So let us see what are the factors of this growth which we have seen. So rise in the middle class, everybody might be knowing, expansion of organized retail. Retail business was very unorganized maybe 10 years back, but now it is becoming more and more organized. Healthy growth of exports. Today we are standing very good, especially in pharma. Raising e-commerce and focus on sustainability. Just now you talked about sustainability. And ban of single plastics and bringing more packages to the sustainable paper and paperboard. Recently I saw even a ballpoint pen just made up of brown craft paper. It is just wounded with brown craft paper. I think with brown craft paper, we can make a cylinder, a very small tiny cylinder. It cut, the refill was inserted, and the cap also the same portion, it was stabbed. So I didn't bring, unfortunately, otherwise I was wondering even a pen can be with paper and paper board. So imagine so many things that from rigid plastics, the journey started towards paper packaging, and more paper usage will spoil the nature. That is a myth. Please remove that. Paper or paper board doesn't impact nature. It helps to the nature. And the millennial also very conscious. I used to wonder what kind of perceptions they have about packaging. In our generation, we used to purchase. It is a need. But today, it is not a need. It is something personalized. They feel it. So they are also more conscious. And as a whole, for packaging, there is a bright future. So I am from Aurobindo Pharma, which is one of the most vertically integrated organization, and we are number 2 in India in terms of revenue. And we stand, we had almost all categories. We have research centers, we have API manufacturers, 11 manufacturing units and 18 formulation units. And our turnover is currently as $3 billion. And we export over to 150 countries. And we have the robust product portfolio, and also we have the highest ANDAs in India. And it is one of the, Aurobindo in pharmaceutical industry is an example as the fastest grown organization within 10 years. And we also have a biggest packaging development team of 120 plus. And we have a sophisticated systems, softwares for every packaging activity. Everything is automized. There is nothing called manual. Even in lockdown, the entire packaging development people except 1 or 2 used to go. There is only one physical document that is called shade card. You might be knowing people who are supplying to Pharma. Only to approve that shade card, 1 or 2 people used to go. Otherwise, all the operations we handled from home. Every documentation, artwork development, revisions, specification preparations, master packaging cards, everything we have done online. So, the automation, we have the 100% compliance to regulatory. And when in Pharma, the regulatory compliance is 100%, not even 99.99%. Even 0.01% may close the company in nowadays, because very, very stringent. You might be knowing Pharma is a highly regulated industry. So coming to the scenario of the Indian pharmaceutical industry, currently is 50 billion USD. Total exports, in that exports is 24.6 billion. And printed packaging materials are pivotal in pharmaceutical industry. We use labels, cartons, leaflets, corrugated boxes, etc. And some of the rigid package, plastic packages are being shifted to folded box board. You know, in 15 years back, for ampules, we used to call rondo trays. Might be some people might be supplying the rondo trays. And over the period, the cost and the efficiency, the rondo trays have gone to completely HAPS trays, high impact polystyrene trays. So rondo trays have completely gone from the market. Now, if it is coming, now there is a lot of automation. Now the trays, the automatic machines are there, which will form very good tray, and you can put ampules in that or vials in that, and again it is becoming to paper. And as a sustainability factor and as a cost effective factor, we are switching over to that. So it is, Mr. Vinod asked me what are the expectations of the printers or converters for pharmaceutical packaging. So pharmaceutical industry is highly regulated industry, hence packaging converters are to be complied with the regulation. It is not that we as a manufacturing formulations or APIs, we have to GMP, but all the packaging materials are vendors, suppliers, converters, everything has to follow to understand the philosophy of the pharmaceutical industry, how it runs, what are their requirements, and they also have to implement the GMPs in their organization. And the large, medium or small does not matter at all, because GMP in a 1 crore industry or a 100 crore industry or a 1000 crore industry, the GMP will remain same. And the packaging vendors and the converters should be more organized to cater to pharma industry. So there is not much technology in pharma industry, like when you compare to food or FMCG, but the pharma requires a more regulated type of packaging materials, purest, especially primary packaging material will be the purest form. And pharma packaging will grow in years to come, and it will play an important role, especially printed packaging materials. As I said, the communication today, earlier if you see the pharmaceutical industry, how it runs, pharmaceutical industry manufactures, there is a marketing team. Marketing team will be meeting only doctors. They don't know who is the patient at all. They will not be knowing what are the patient requirements. What kind of age people will use. Is this product is pediatric? So how mothers can administer the medicine to the kids. All may not be educated. They may not be educated. So how a mother can give the product to the medicine to a child or geriatric patients. So now the packaging has become a second pharmacist. So understand the user perspective as the medicine manufacturers, supply chain stakeholders and end users. So all the focus has to be done. Now the packaging in pharma is going into a life cycle method. It is not that we develop a container closure system for a molecule to be launched and we have developed, we have tested everything and we have launched the product, forget about it. No. We have to revisit every year. We have to revisit, enter the shelf life. The most important element in pharmaceuticals is the shelf life. If you see FMCG, the shelf life will be from a day to maximum 6 months. And today's logistics and today's technology is there. We are not having a product more than even FMCG or food. You don't find a product of 1 month old. But unfortunately, pharmaceuticals, the shelf life minimum will be 24 months to 48 months. This is the biggest challenge in pharma packaging. So we have to revisit and until the shelf life expired, and after that also we have to see what kind of improvement we can do. And as you have explained, or somebody has explained, there are only 2 philosophies in packaging. What is cost reduction? Find it out, remove it. What is value addition? Find it out, add it. This is the only principle a packaging technologist in any field has to do. And patient information will go digitalization. Probably in packaging materials, digitalization may affect only a patient information. And in another next 5 years, the pharmaceutical manufacturer will be directly dealing with the patients. So there will be a communication to understand the patient requirements. And the importance of packaging material has been increased a lot during the COVID pandemic. I am telling you very frankly, the manufacturers' perspective against their packaging material vendors has been completely changed due to COVID. And I take this platform to salute all the packaging material manufacturers, converters for their life-risking service done especially to the food and pharma industry during the lockdown periods. So I have to definitely give a big hand. Because we manufacture the medicines, okay, a pharmaceutical industry is GMP oriented. We have rules and regulations to come, sit, wear the dress, go, touch, everything we have SOPs. And we can also make some changes for social distance. But imagine a label printer or a carton printers, how they can sustain One side is a life threatening, we don't know whether we live tomorrow or not. And at the same time, they also assisted, they came, took the risk life and served the pharmaceutical industry. Otherwise, the product would have not been reached to the need. So, these are the which we have not imagined maybe 5 years or 10 years back, that has come into paper and paperboard. Recently, I was in Singapore. The bottle, I took the photograph of the bottle, that is completely a Tetra Pak for water. And today, you can convert a board into a tray for eating snacks, paper boat instead of a plastic bottle, and food packaging, fruit packaging, everything will be going into the paper and paperboard, which is a good sign, because the biggest merit of the paper and paperboard is the recyclability, which plastic does not have. But don't see plastic as the biggest enemy to the environment. Till the human beings will be there on earth, plastics also will be the part. We have to judiciously use what plastic, how much plastic. So, to end this, I want to say that the packaging in India is the fastest growing sector, and the packaging is paramount, and which plays a real role. You are all experiencing every day when you go to a supermarket to purchase, or anywhere you want to purchase anything. Now, it is the packaging is attracting rather than the product. And retail, as I said, the food packaging is important. Swiggy and Zomato itself in India has done 2,500 and 2,000 crores in 2021. Imagine, sir, what kind of this thing is there. And that is one of the beautiful thing, and I want to end this note, and thank you very much for your patience.